Thanks, guys. As you can see, I'm here at the Syracuse Sportsbook. You should have seen this place in the second round on Monday. People were going nuts. And as a UCLA alumna, it was pretty fun to watch UCLA advance to the Sweet 16 with a win over Abilene Christian. But more importantly, I was keeping an eye on these betting lines as they open for the Sweet 16. Let's start with the Midwest region. 11 seed Syracuse faces number 2 seed Houston as a 6-point dog. Here's why I like that. Syracuse's 2-3 zone defense can be tough to prepare for if you're not used to playing against it during the season. Even West Virginia's head coach said after their loss to them in the second round that it was tough for them to play against that. So could be an issue there. However, Houston has only allowed 68 points from an opponent twice this season, so definitely able to slow down pretty much any offense. Nevertheless, I like Syracuse getting +6 here. Elsewhere in the Midwest, we have number 8 Loyola Chicago versus number 12 seeded Oregon State. Oregon State, the 6.5-point dog here. Now, Oregon State hasn't made it to a Sweet 16 since 1982, but they've gotten hot at the right time. One of my favorite March Madness cliches. They've had 6 different players as their leading scorer in their last 8 games. On the other hand, the Loyola Chicago Ramblers completely dismantled number 1 seed Illinois. They're number 1 in adjusted defensive efficiency rating, and they've held their opponents to an NCAA Division I best of 55.8 points per game. So if you think Oregon State shooting can hold up against this tough Loyola Chicago defense, then take +6.5 with them. But it is difficult to bet against this Loyola Chicago team. Now, if we take a look at the South region, number 1 seeded Baylor faces number 5 seeded Villanova. Baylor, the 6-point favorite. I like Baylor here as the favorite. The only way Villanova stays in this is if they can knock down a bunch of 3-pointers. But for the most part, I like Baylor here, -6. The other matchup in the South is Arkansas, a 3 seed versus 15 seed Oral Roberts. Oral Roberts opened as a 10.5-point dog, but now the number's up to 11.5. So you could get Oral Roberts at +11.5. Arkansas did beat Oral Roberts back in December by 11 points, but whenever a line is in double digits, I like to stay away. Speaking of other double-digit lines, Gonzaga, a 1 seed in the West, faces another 5 seed Creighton. Gonzaga, a 13.5-point favorite. Now, keep in mind, Gonzaga did cover as a 33-point favorite versus Norfolk State in the first round, and they covered narrowly versus Oklahoma in the second round as a 15.5-point favorite. Nevertheless, not a bet I'm looking to make, but if I had to pick a side, it would be hard to bet against the Zags. All in all, I think we have a super Sweet 16 in store for us, and hopefully on the other side of the weekend, we'll have made some cash. I'm Danielle Alvari here at the Syracuse Sportsbook. I'll send it back to you guys in the studio.